You know, uh, I never really do these videos. I try to keep mine kind of light, kind of just offensive and hopefully funny or interesting or whatever. But I got to talk about this one. George Floyd was a man in, I believe it was Minnesota. I'm about 2-3 days late to this whole George Floyd thing. The thing I saw people were rioting yesterday at Target. We'll get to that in a second. In Minnesota, and I was kind of confused as to what was going on. Like I said, I've been working a lot of nights. I've been doing errands during the day, so I haven't really caught up on the latest news about anything. So then I looked to see what it was all about. And they said it was about the unjustified killing of an African American man named George Floyd. Okay, so I decided to watch the video, which was a huge mistake on my part because it was one of the worst things I've seen in a long time. Look, I've got a lot of kind of, I hate this. I'm not anybody, but controversial opinions about things like that. But and this might be one of them too. But George Floyd, from what I saw, was a man who they decided to pull over, a white police officer, and I think the other cop was Asian. He looked like to me. Decided to pull him over because they had him on suspicion of fucking forgery, because that's, something that needs to be dealt with right there and then. I mean, we've got COVID, all this other shit going on, but, the guy wrote a bad check somewhere. They think maybe, they're not sure, they're going to pull him over. Fine, I've got nothing against them pulling him over, cuffing him, doing whatever, taking him in, questioning forever they got to, because maybe he committed I don't know, okay? I wasn't there. Here's what I did see. What I did see was Officer Whitey McWhitefuck, who obviously, and this is my problem with a lot of fucking cops, not all, but there's too many cops who are on a fucking power trip to get to be police officers. There's no real, I think, psychological or psychiatric screening to be a cop. A lot of them are just fucking people who didn't get over high school. They were either really, really popular, they wanted to hold on to that power and that kind of fear and that authoritarianism they had over everybody, or it was the opposite. They were a dork, nobody liked them and shit like that, so what other way to get back at people, finally have some kind of control in your life. Again, not all. There's some really, really good cops. I've met some really, really good cops. I've been pulled over by some really, really good cops. But from what I've seen in my own experience, even here in Chicago, the bad seem to far outweigh a lot of the good, in my own opinion. Not all. And from a lot of the time, just under my own fucking opinion, what I've seen with my own eyes, undercover cops seem to have the worst fucking attitudes, are the biggest bunch of assholes that I've ever met in my entire life, more than, your uniformed cop in a car or something. I don't know what that's about. I don't know. I only remember one time that sticks out to me was seeing a bunch of narcs get out of a car to confront people who were panhandling by a train. First at Chicago. Are there not crimes being committed? Is there not something else going on? And the one guy, they complied and all that. The one guy started to ask a question. The undercover cop goes, "Want me to fuck you up?" And the cop, the female cop who has to act like she's a dude, all of a sudden like that, has to join and be like, "Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck." That's my problem with those motherfuckers. There are already too many of those out there, okay? There needs to be a better training system to be a cop, because too many of these get by. Anyway, Officer Whitey McWhitefuck, because I can't remember his name now, decides what he needs to do is not only detain the man who wasn't fighting, he wasn't struggling, he wasn't slapping at the cop or anything like that, throw him on the ground, cuff him, put his fucking knee on his neck, sit there, this guy is face down, knee on neck. You should be ashamed of yourself. The Asian asshole cop who was next to you, you're a person of color, whether you want to admit it or not. I know Mr. Whitey guy liked you all of a sudden like that and you think you're one of them, but I guarantee you he's making all the Chinese, Asian jokes ever behind your fucking back. You're not one of them, okay? You may get to hang with them, but you're not fucking one of them. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit too, because you were right there and you could have done something. You're a cop. You're supposed to protect people. Fucking dick. Anyway, the video was so bad, you guys. It was like 10 minutes. People are videotaping, and usually I'm against that. That's kind of weird to me or whatever, but in this kind of situation, I'm glad people were. They're sitting there and they're taping. They're like, why can't you just let this, get your knee off his neck. Get your fucking knee off his neck. The white asshole just sits there and is glaring at people, I got this under control. Done this before. We know you've done it before because you have plenty of complaints against you. And the fact the police department never investigated any of those complaints or took them seriously and that you still had a fucking badge shows how fucked that system is, all right? It's scary as shit to me. This guy starts to tell the officers, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. He's panting and he's starting to say, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Imagine that's a loved one of yours. You see that's on fucking video. This guy's like, I'm going to die. He begged this officer. He begged this fucking piece of shit who I hope burns in the nether regions of hell for a glass of water and to just be able to breathe. He didn't move one fucking inch. The Asian asshole cop who was standing right next to him didn't do one motherfucking thing to help him except kind of stand there like he's going to do something, like he's crowd control or something. Now, they both got fired. By the way, and people are sitting there saying, there's one particular asshole I want to get to, are like, let him go. Just take your knee off his neck. Just take your fucking, like, saying all this shit. Take your knee off his motherfucking neck. No. And then there's one prick, and I couldn't tell if it was a cop or another looky-loo, another guy with a camera who goes, don't do drugs, kids. Whoever said that should be punched in the fucking crotch until they piss blood. Whoever said that, you have no idea what's going on. Shut the fuck up. Stop trying to make a fucking name for yourself. If I would have been there, I would have been in jail, probably dead like that motherfucker, because I would have knocked your motherfucking ass out. I would have heard that shit. If a guy's struggling to breathe, you don't sit there and go, don't do drugs, kids. You're not funny. I hope somebody finds your ass and whoops you if you're not one of them motherfucking cops. I swear to God. That's who you all should be after. Stop going to Target and acting the ass, by the way. All right. When cops get fired, that's murder. It's fucking murder. There's no question it's murder. Why are they out? Why are they not in jail right now? Awaiting arraignment or whatever the fuck, awaiting trial. Why are they just fired? No. That shows you that the police are still here, as far as, being equal with us. I thought they were always supposed to be kind of equal. They were just going to protect us. I know they have a tough job. I always say they deserve to be paid more because they get shot at, all kind of shit they have to deal with. They should have constant psychological counseling because the shit they have to see. They probably see dead bodies, burn people and shit like that. They need more help. But to have a guy like this and the other fucking asshole, the Asian asshole who's standing right there, and you are Asian and you are an asshole, so it's not something racist. You think you're white. I'm just gonna, I don't care if this video gets me in trouble. I really don't get shit. You are sucking that white guy's dick so hard, it's not even funny. I swear to God. There's a time where you just gotta separate yourself from whoever based on, you don't base it on skin color, anything. There's right and there's fucking wrong. And for some guy who's sitting there begging to breathe, you could have gone over to that white guy and you could have said, just get your knee off his neck, dude. Just turn him over or something like that. Just get your knee off there. You failed as a cop. You failed as a fucking human being. The other piece of shit, you can already tell he's a psycho. He was getting off on that. I think he probably creamed his pants doing it, honestly. So this guy eventually goes limp, okay? And they pull him away and there's like liquid where like his saliva, he's dead. He's dead, okay? And I hope these people are really proud of themselves because he's dead. So naturally, there's outrage, okay? There should be outrage. There should be protests. Here's my problem with that end of it. You going to Target, any of you, breaking in, taking TVs, taking whatever you want, and saying it's for this guy, you're not doing it for this guy. You were looking for any moment to do this kind of shit. It's not justified. It's not going to do anything for this guy's memory, and it's going to solidify in certain people's heads, well, hey, that's what they do. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Why the fuck are you doing it? Why are you fucking taking an opportunity? You are writing off that guy's death, and that's almost as bad as what they did. They killed him. That's murder, okay? But you writing off his death to take an opportunity for your fucking self to get a TV, to steal shit, to do an illegal act in this guy's name is bullshit. Now, I'm not saying to do anything illegal, but I saw a couple people going after that police department and breaking out windows. I understand. I'm not saying do it. I'm saying I understand. Target? Fucking, looking for a TV or a microwave or something like that and running out there like a fucking asshole in the name of, avenging this guy's death? Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. You should all be rounded up too. Okay? You aren't down for the cause. You ain't doing shit for the cause. You're fucking ruining the cause as far as I'm concerned. If you want to protest, the best guy I saw in all these protests was a guy who was being interviewed in front of the police station, which people throwing the broken windows out, try to set it on fire. I understand. Not saying you should. I understand. But this guy's being interviewed, African-American guy, and another African-American guy runs up to do something to the building, and he turns around mid-interview, goes, brother, we're not doing that right now. We're not doing that. I get it. I get your piss. Come over here and protest with us. That guy should be president. That guy, I would feel perfectly fine leading the country right now. He is the sanest person I've seen in all of this fucking shit. The media, they're just fucking, they're just ejaculating all over themselves because it's another thing to talk about. They love this kind of, fear porn and all that shit. It needs to be, people are going to speculate 6 ways to Sunday. But listen, all that needs to happen is these cops need to be tried like me or you. If we had done this, our asses would be in jail, not fired, not getting paid still. I don't even know if that's happening. Maybe. I don't know if their pensions get taken away or whatever. We would be in motherfucking jail. They need to be in jail, and they need to be in jail now until they have a trial of their peers and they're found guilty. And quite frankly, they have to be found guilty. Come on. What? Unless the jury is made up of all people who are blind and deaf, then there is no way that you can not convict these guys, okay? And I'm not one to always get on here and scream that everything is racism or everything is, black against white or Hispanic against this. But when it's clear, I'm going to call it out. And we got a big fucking problem here if this shit is still going on after known cases. After cases where guys have been running from the cops for petty crimes and been gunned down. Okay, they shouldn't have been running. They shouldn't have been running. Well, they shouldn't have been shot either. Honestly, unless you're some kind of psycho killer, you really shouldn't have been shot. You let them go, catch them next time. Eventually, you're going to get caught. Almost everybody does, okay? After Eric Gardner and all these others, I would think there would be so much in the media and so much, we're going to talk to our police and we're going to make sure they understand not to do this stuff again. The message has been lost. I don't understand what's happening here anymore. I really don't. Everybody's lost their fucking shit. So this cop in particular, the one that killed him, I wish nothing good for you. I hope you rot in jail. I hope that every prisoner there has his way sexually with you. I don't give a fuck. Maybe I'm a bad person for saying that. I don't care. I hope that, you're cut the fuck up in jail. I hope somebody whoops your ass on a daily basis. That's what I hope for you. I don't wish nothing good, and I'm not going to be the bigger person and wish something better for you because you denied a man water who was dying, a guy who knew you were killing him. That's what you have to live with. And the other one, the Asian one, you're a fucking letdown to your fucking race. I'm going to say it right now. Because you stepped and fetched it for the fucking white guy. All right? You stepped and fetched to make you only did that because you wanted to be down with him. You want to be down with him. You didn't want to go out of line because then you would have been against the Brotherhood in Blue. Fuck that. Fuck that. You're not supposed to be in any brotherhood that's going to do that type of shit. Watch this video be the one that gets me banned off YouTube, finally. But yeah. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't even want to do these stories anymore, but I had to get this off my chest because this is just, it's bullshit. I thought deep down, every time I start to think that we are a little bit better as human beings, or most people are better, I'm not including me, as human beings, that we all have some good in us, this shit happens. Where it's been talked about. There's been training programs. There's been alternatives thrown out. There's been the conversation that's supposed to be had. First of all, we're never going to have that conversation about race. Never going to have. That's never ever going to happen. You want to know why? Because if we do have an honest conversation about how the races feel about each other, one group's going to call the other group a racist, and the other group's not going to say what they really think or ask the questions they really want to ask. So the conversation's never going to happen. It's a bullshit conversation. Until we're ready to all sit down at the table together and agree that we're not going to call each other racist, that we're not going to, shut down over a certain question, we're never, ever, ever going to get anywhere. We're just not. It's the truth. I want to be able to ask you certain things. I'm sure you want to be able to ask me certain things. You can't shut the communication down if you want to have a conversation. All right. I'm getting off my soapbox, and I'm going to go look up a better video now to make that will make me, I can rip on somebody, it'll be fun. Like this girl over here who's, wearing green hair and's got the weirdest mask I've ever seen in my entire life. I should totally show her, but whatever. All right. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know.